Thank you very much indeed. Hello, I'm Alexander Armstrong, and welcome to Pointless, the quiz where the aim of the game is to find the most obscure answer possible. Let's meet today's players. And couple number one.
Hi, I'm David. This is my good friend Lisa. We're from Mansfield in Nottinghamshire.
Couple number two.
Hi, Alexander and Richard. I'm Lee. This is my wife, Vanessa, and we live near Tarpley in South Cheshire.
Couple number three.
Hi, Xander. My name's Sammy. This is my mum, Penny, and we're from Selby.
And finally, couple number four.
Hi, I'm Alex, and this is my friend Luke, and we're from London.
And these are today's contestants. Thank you very much, all of you. A very warm welcome to the show. Lovely to have you with us. That just leaves one more person for me to introduce, as warm and welcoming as a scruffy old sweatshirt with a scratchy washing label. It's my pointless friend, it's Richard.
Hiya.
Hey, everybody.
Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon.
Only one returning pair from the last show, that's Luke and Alex, and they were knocked out in the first round. Alex scored 100 points. But it was on that, we had, if you didn't see it, you missed a treat, because the first round was all about countries which have more than 5 million sheep. And so it was sort of, there was a randomness to it. And we discovered that Romania does have more than 5 million sheep, but unfortunately for Alex, Hungary doesn't. So that's one of those things,
That's
isn't it?
the way it goes,
I don't think sheep are going to come up again today. I would doubt that very, very much. Now, Samantha and Ian went through to the jackpot round last time. 3 shows in a row now, we've had a 1-point answer in that round, haven't we? Been so close to giving away the jackpot. So close, but not quite.
Not quite yet. So, yes, Ian and Samantha didn't win it, so we're adding another £1,000 to it. So today's jackpot starts off at £5,500. There we are. Right, if everyone's ready, let's play Pointless. Just remember this, the pair with the highest score at the end of each round gets eliminated, so keep your scores as low as you dare. Very, very best of luck to all 4 pairs. Our first category today is US politics. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, let's find out what the question is. Here it comes. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many US presidents and vice presidents whose first names come alphabetically before their surnames as they could. Richard.
Yeah, that's an interesting, wasn't it? Yeah, essentially we're looking for that. Any US president or vice president, and the first name has to come. So your name, Alexander Armstrong.
Wouldn't count.
No,
well,
it would count.
It would, of course.
Yes,
yes,
AL
and it
before.
does, yeah.
Whereas my name, Richard Osman, wouldn't count.
Good. OK, thank you very much indeed. So, anyway, this is fun, David. This is fun. Welcome.
Thank you.
Nice to have you here.
Nice to be here.
Tell us all about yourself, David.
I'm from Mansfield in Nottinghamshire. As I said, I'm a delegated driving examiner for PCV vehicles, so buses.
Wow. So when you see people being tested driving an empty bus...
Yes.
...and just an examiner with a clipboard, that's you?
That's me.
You seem a very nice, equable fellow.
We're all those examiners are nice, equable fellows.
I know one who's not.
Yours.
Not the one that failed me. But no, my first driving test, it was a disaster. Anyway, we'll cover that another time. It's on the red button. David, what are you going to go for? Presidents or vice presidents?
Yes, I'm going to go for Franklin D. Roosevelt.
Franklin D. Roosevelt, says David. Let's see how many of our 100 people went with FDR. It's definitely right. It's definitely not bad. Look at that, down it goes to 12. Very well done indeed, David. 12 for Franklin D. Roosevelt.
32nd president, longest-serving president of all, Franklin D. Roosevelt. And F very much before R in the alphabet, so exemplary work.
Very good. Thank you very much indeed. Richard. Now, Vanessa, welcome.
Hello.
Tell us all about yourself.
I'm a former primary school teacher, latterly specialising in French teaching to the young ones. I'm sort of... What do I do now? I spend a lot of time now volunteering for things. I have lots of animals, spend a lot of time in my garden. I look after my chickens. I have almost 30 chickens.
That's a lot
It's a lot of chickens.
Presumably you have to give eggs away. That's more eggs than even if you baked. Have you got a cockerel as well?
We do.
So, it gets bigger and bigger.
I haven't gone into sort of like the breeding side of it just yet, so I'm just...
OK.
Not yet.
All right, Vanessa, who are you going to go for? Which president or vice president?
I've been thinking I'm going to go for James Monroe.
James Monroe, says Vanessa. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said it. James Monroe. James Munro is right. 12 is the only score we have, and you pass it. That's a 2. Very well done indeed, Vanessa. James Munro scoring 2.
Well played, Vanessa. Very good answer. He was the 5th president. He was the final president of the Founding Fathers, the last one of the Founding Fathers to be president.
Thank you very much. Richard, Penny, welcome.
Thank you.
Tell us all about yourself, Penny.
Well, I'm early retired from being a science teacher. And I spend my days looking after my little dog, reading, watching crime dramas, spending time with my family as much as I can. Stuff like that. Yeah.
Very good indeed. Penny.
Yes.
Who are you going to go for?
I hope I've got his first name right. Franklin Pierce.
Franklin Pierce, you're saying? OK. Franklin Pierce. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said it. It is right. 12 is our high score, 2 is our low. You passed 12. You are... That's a pointless answer there. Very well done indeed. That adds £250 to today's jackpot, takes the total up to £5,750, and it scores you nothing. Very well done indeed.
Very well done, Penny. Franklin Pierce is always my answer in US presidents' rounds, and I was delighted to see that his first name came alphabetically before his surname. I mean, I didn't have to swap answers. 14th president of the USA.
Excellent. Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Now, Alex, welcome back.
Hi there.
Remind us all about yourself, Alex.
I'm Alex. I'm a solutions architect. So I work for a company that makes software for the packaging industry. So I work with big brands. They're trying to design their packaging, and I go to them around Europe and basically design the software with them.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I think solutions architect sounds better, but yeah, there we go. Alex, what are you going to go for?
Oh, it's not going to be as impressive, I'm afraid, but Benjamin Franklin.
Benjamin Franklin.
Yeah.
Says Alex. Let's see how many of our 100 people went for Benjamin Franklin.
Really?
Oh, Alex.
Really? Apparently, yeah.
I'm really sorry. I'm afraid that's an incorrect answer. Scores 100 points.
Yeah, sorry, Alex. Never President or Vice President Ben Franklin. A very famous figure from American history, and I think people often assume that he was a president or vice president. He's on the banknotes and all sorts of things, but he wasn't. So that's a pub quiz thing for you to remember, is Benjamin Franklin was not president.
Was not president. Thank you very much, Richard. Well, we're halfway through the round. Let's have a look at those scores. Nothing was the best score of the pass. Very well done, Penny. 2 is where we find Vanessa and Lee. 12 is where we find David and Lisa. And 100, I'm afraid, is where we find Alex and Luke. I'm so sorry. Luke, who knows? Let's find a nice low-scoring answer for the next pass, and let's see if that helps. Best of luck with that. We're going to come back down the line now. Will the second players please step up to the podium? OK, Luke. So remember, we're looking for any US president or vice president whose first name comes alphabetically before their surname.
Yes.
And Luke, remind us all about yourself.
I'm Luke. I live and work in London.
What do you do, Luke?
I work in advertising.
Are you on the creative side or are you on the account management side?
I'm kind of on the logistics side. So we send adverts to their destinations.
That's great. So when the adverts are all made and packaged and finished and signed off and everyone's happy with them, you've got to get them out to the broadcasters.
Exactly. Yeah.
And you're looking at sort of special slots that you've got to get them in? Or...
It's more like the formatting of the files and making sure that they're all high quality.
You're in charge of that?
Absolutely.
OK, now, Luke.
Yes.
You don't need me to tell you what happened just then.
Yes.
There you are, the high scorers on 100. Oh, I've just told you. There we are. Let's have a low score from you. If we could have another score like Penny's, that would be great.
I'm going to go for Al Gore.
Al Gore, says Luke. Al Gore. OK, no red line for you. You're currently the high scorers. How many people said Al Gore? Al Gore is right. Down that goes to 11. 111 is your total.
Yeah, 45th vice president, very, very nearly president. He won the presidential election, but that was only discovered after various legal battles.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Now then, Sammy, welcome.
Hello.
Good to have you here. Tell us all about yourself, Sammy.
So my name's Sammy. I'm a touring theatre carpenter, predominantly on musicals. So if you get a musical in a theatre near you, I might have built it and put it in.
Now, that's an amazing... Because all these theatres, they're all different. They're different size stages.
Different, yeah.
Some of them are these old Pros Arch theatres, and there are some that aren't that.
Yeah.
So what are you working on at the moment?
Les Mis.
Les Mis, exactly. I mean, that's a very,
for
very...
short time only, and then I'll be moving on. Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, it's very
good
cool.
stuff. Now, good news for you, Sammy. It doesn't matter what you score here, you're into the next round. Come what may. So, what are you going to go
I'm
for?
literally just going to play it safe for a right one. Abraham Lincoln.
Abraham Lincoln, says Sammy. No red line, you're already through. How many people said Abraham Lincoln? It's right. Down it goes 42. Not bad at all. Takes your total up to 42.
Yep, did exactly what you needed to do there. The first Republican president, first president to be assassinated, first president to keep all his mail in his hat.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Now, Lee, welcome.
Thank you.
Tell us all about yourself, Lee.
I'm a solicitor, but I've spent most of my career working for organisations in in-house legal departments.
Very good. And what are your hobbies, Lee? What do you get up to?
I used to play an awful lot of cricket, and also I've recently discovered a kind of unexpected enjoyment of dancing. So...
Vanessa's laughing.
As you can see why it's unexpected.
Is this something you just do on your own, or...?
No, there was a charity competition in the village, so we entered it. We did end up winning, but that was down to I think the Matador's outfit that Vanessa ran up for me, and the audience was all of our friends, basically, so...
I see.
It was
well, listen,
excellent.
I'm sorry I'm not wearing the Matador's outfit today.
I'll bring the cape next time.
OK, good. Now, if you score 100, you're still through to the next round. Fabulous low score from Vanessa in the first pass. So, yeah, any US president or vice president whose first name comes alphabetically before their surname.
I'm not 100% sure what the surname of this chap begins with, but Martin Van Buren.
OK, Martin Van Buren. No red line for you, you're already through. Martin Van Buren is right. That's another pointless answer. Very well done indeed, Lee. That adds another £250 to today's jackpot, takes the total up to 6,000. Scores you nothing, leaves your total at a fabulous 2 there. Very well done.
Very well played, Lee. The 8th president, Martin Van Buren. They used to call him the Little Magician because of his cunning.
And his size.
Yes, tiny, and his membership of the Magic Circle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Lisa.
Hi.
Welcome to Pointless. Great to have you here. Tell us all about yourself.
So I live in Mansfield and I work at my local hospital in the PA to our chief nurse there. In my spare time, I like to do amateur dramatics. I used to be an avid strongman supporter. But when I'm not doing that...
Strongman is not... It's not Iron Man.
No,
Strongman is where people pull aeroplanes with their teeth.
Yeah, that's the one, yeah. Not sure where the fascination came from. Lots of people say to me, oh, so why do you find it so interesting? And I'm not really sure why. It's just...
Well, but you just go along. Did you know any of the people competing?
No, weird. I used to always go on my own, which was another strange thing, really, wasn't it? But and even more so when I used to spot... there's a guy, Glenn Ross, he's a big Irish guy, and he was in the audience once at Doncaster Dome, and I went running over saying, oh, hi Glenn, I'm a big fan, can I have my selfie done? And obviously he's probably as tall as Richard and as wide. It's like, no, it's not going to work, is it? So I had to get a random stranger, but I don't go anymore. I haven't been banned, let me clarify.
Okay,
They never
good.
banned me. I just choose not to go anymore.
Oh, man, she has so been banned.
Lisa, you're on 12.
I am.
98 or less gets you into the next round. What are you going to go for?
Oh, dear me. I'm really not sure about the first name, but I think it's Edgar Hoover.
Edgar Hoover.
No, Dave's shaking his head.
Edgar Hoover, says Lisa.
so
Let's see
sorry.
if it's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Edgar Hoover. Here is your red line.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, Lisa. That brings Luke and Alex back into the game, and I'm afraid scores you 100 points, taking your total up to 112.
Sorry, Lisa, it's Herbert Hoover was the president, and
really
Edgar
wasn't
Hoover, you're thinking of J. Edgar Hoover, who was the head of the FBI. Now, let's take a look at these pointless answers. People who've been to see Hamilton or know that soundtrack will get this first one. Vice President Aaron Burr, who's one of the big stars of that. Adlai Stevenson, he was also a vice president. Benjamin Harrison was a president. Elbridge Gerry was a vice president. Franklin Pierce, there you go, another president there. James Polk. James Sherman, another vice president. John Tyler was president, and Nelson Rockefeller was Ford's vice president as well. Very well done if you said any of those at home.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Well, we find ourselves at the end of our first round. We have to say goodbye to one of our pairs. Lisa and David, I'm so sorry. You will be back next time, though, and I have no doubt you'll do much better then. But
Thank you.
in the meantime, thank you very much indeed, Lisa and David.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
But for the remaining 3 pairs, it's now time for round 2. Well, now, 3 pairs remain. Very well done indeed. We made it through that round by the skin of our teeth, Luke and Alex there. You were just a Herbert away. But yes, Penny, very well done. Pointless answer from you. And also a pointless answer from you, Lee. So fantastic there. And Lee and Vanessa, our lowest combined scorers. So fantastic play there. Best of luck to all 3 pairs. Our category for round 2 this afternoon is songs from the 70s. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, and the question concerns songs that were in the chart when Alexander Armstrong was born.
Give us a clue.
We're not going to tell you when that was, though. It was in the 70s, though.
It was, yeah. We're going to show you on each board the names of 6 songs that were in the top 40 when Xander was born. Show you the artists as well. We missed out the final word of each of those songs. Can you fill in that final word? When I first met you, between us, we were 36 years old. And now we're 100.
What have we been doing?
I mean, a lot of this.
That's exactly what we've been doing.
2nd of March 1970 was your birth date, is that correct?
It was, absolutely right, yeah. OK, so let's reveal the first board of 6 songs from my birth. It's fun.
It's been interesting.
Be Young, Be Foolish, Be Blank, The Tams, Elizabethan blank, Boris Gardner, Leaving on a Jet blank, Peter, Paul and Mary, Tema blank, Mary Hopkin, United We blank, Brotherhood of Man, and Bridge Over Troubled blank, Simon and Garfunkel. I'll read those all again. Be Young, Be Foolish, Be Blank, The Tams, Elizabethan blank, Boris Gardner, Leaving on a Jet blank, Peter, Paul and Mary, Tema blank, Mary Hopkin, United We blank, Brotherhood of Man, and Bridge Over Troubled blank, Simon and Garfunkel. There we go. Lee.
Yes. Right, I know 2 of them, but I'm probably going to go for one of the other ones. So I'm going to go for Brotherhood of Man, United We Stand.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to hope. That's what it is. But what if they were...
And if it's wrong, I still hope we're united. So...
OK, there we are. Yeah, good luck. OK, let's find out how many of our 100 people said United We Stand. Yes, it is. There we are, 73 for United We Stand.
Wasn't such a risk then.
Yeah, it was number 11 on the day you were born. Of course, Brotherhood of Man in 1976 went on to win the Eurovision Song Contest, but with an entirely different lineup. So are they the same group?
Well,
it's like Trigger's Broom.
Hammer. Trigger's Broom, I mean.
Trigger's
sorry,
Broom, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you very much indeed. Now, Penny, what would you like to go for?
I know 2 for definite.
Yeah.
I'm going to have a go at Be Young, Be Foolish, Be Happy.
Be happy. OK, let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people went for Be Young, Be Foolish, Be Happy. It's right. And that's not a bad score, 41.
Thank you.
41.
Yeah, that was number 38, The Tams.
Thank you very much indeed. Now, Luke, this board's all yours.
All mine.
Do some thinking out loud here, if you like. Even the ones you don't know, for fun.
There's 2 big ones, obviously. The Elizabethan one, that could be anything, couldn't it? But I'm going to give Alex a chance with Leaving on a Jet Plane.
Leaving on a Jet Plane, says Luke. Let's see how many of our 100 people went for plane. It's really... Yeah. It's right. Yes. It's right. There we go. Yeah. That's 7 better than 100. That's fine.
Yeah, that was at number 6. That was a very big hit because jet planes had only been invented about 3 months beforehand, so it's very topical.
Very, very.
Simon and Garfunkel.
Water.
Yeah, Bridge Over Troubled Water. That was number 7 when you were born. 66 points for that. Would go on to be number 1. Now, these other two, I'm going to say quite hard. Tema. It could be anything, couldn't it?
Really. Tema Penny?
It's Tema Harbour. Tema Harbour. It scores 13 points. And now, Elizabethan, you can probably work this out. It's something that's very associated with Elizabethan times.
Elizabethan melody.
Shall I tell you?
Drama.
You'll kick yourself. Nearly.
Elizabethan play. Elizabethan...
Oh, so nearly. It was Elizabethan reggae. And that scores 9 points. Very well done.
There we go.
There you go.
Thank you very much indeed. OK, well, we're halfway through the round. Let's have a look at those scores. 41, the best score of the past. Very well done, Sammy and Penny. 73 is where we find Lee and Vanessa. 93 is where we find Luke and Alex. Alex, it's in your hands. Let's not score 100 in the next board. Good luck with that. We're going to come back down the line. Will the second players please step up to the podium? OK, let's put 6 more songs with missing last words on the board. Here they come. We have got Don't Cry, blank, Elvis Presley. Raindrops Keep Falling on My, blank, Sasha Distel. Love Grows Where My Rosemary, blank, Edison Lighthouse. I Want You, blank, the Jackson 5. Farewell Is a Lonely, blank, Jimmy Ruffin. And Wandrin', blank, Lee Marvin. I'll read those singles again. Don't Cry, blank, Elvis Presley. Raindrops Keep Falling on My, blank, Sasha Distel. Love Grows Where My Rosemary, blank, Edison Lighthouse. I Want You, blank, the Jackson 5. Farewell Is a Lonely, blank, Jimmy Ruffin. And Wandrin', blank, Lee Marvin. There they are, some fresh evergreen hits from seemingly just yesterday. Alex, how are we feeling?
Well, there's one really obvious one. I guess I'm just gonna go really obvious and probably I'll be wrong having said all of this now. Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head.
OK, head, says Alex. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said it. There's no red line for you as you're the high scorers. Yes! 89! There we go. That takes your total up to 182.
And your first answer on the show not to score 100, Alex. So it's
happy with that. I'll take that.
It is a great moment. Yeah, there were 3 versions of that song in the charts on the day you were born. Isn't that interesting? Yeah.
Brilliant. Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Now then, Sammy, good news, you're going through. Doesn't matter what you score, you won't be overtaking Alex and Luke's score.
Great. So I'm just going to take a stab. The Jimmy Ruffin and say farewell is a lonely word.
Farewell is a lonely word. Seems reasonable enough, doesn't it? Let's see, no red line for you as you're already through. Is word right? It's not right, as it happens, but who cares? You're through. 141's your total.
Yep, worth a go. And I should also point out that so far, Alex is the best scorer.
Thank you very much indeed. Vanessa.
Hi.
Vanessa, there you are. You're on 73. Doesn't matter what you score either. You're still through to the next round. Do you want to talk us through this board?
Don't know the first one. Love Grows Where My Rosemary Knows, I think. I Want You Back, the Jacksons. I would have said Word as well for Lonely Word, but Wandering Star for Lee Marvin. I'm going to go for I Want You Back, because I know that's absolutely right.
I Want You Back, says Vanessa. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said it. No red line. You're already through. It's right. Down against 67, taking your total up to a nice round 140.
Well done, Vanessa. Safe and sound. Let's fill some of these in, shall we? Love Grows Where My Rosemary Goes is the answer,
yes.
yeah.
Oh, I'm pleased I didn't have that one.
Would have scored 48. Wandering Star is absolutely right down the bottom there. Would have scored 50. Now, the best 2 answers are these 2. Don't Cry, Daddy is the answer. Would have scored 17. And Farewell is a Lonely...
Place?
Sound.
Sound.
Farewell is a lonely sound. That would have scored 9. Now, one of those songs was number 1 when you were born. Do you know which one?
I think it was Love Grows My Rosemary Goes. Is that
You're
right?
incorrect, I'm afraid.
no.
It's Wandering Star by Lee Marvin.
Was it really?
Yeah, that's a good song.
How'd you like? That's a great song. Very low.
Can you go that low?
I can. Only dogs can hear it, though. Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Well, we're at the end of our second round, which means we have to say goodbye to another pair. I'm afraid, Alex and Luke, we held it off for another round. You've done twice as well as you did last time, but I'm afraid this is where we say goodbye. It's been great having you on. Thank you so much for coming to play. Alex and Luke, great contestants. But for the remaining two pairs, it's time for the head-to-head. Congratulations, Lee and Vanessa, Sammy and Penny. You're now one step closer to the final and a chance to play for our jackpot, currently standing at £6,000. Well, it's the head-to-head, which means you can now confer from here on in. First pair to win 2 questions will be playing for that jackpot. Well, very, very well done indeed. I like that. Our 2 pairs that have found pointless answers are our 2 pairs in the head-to-head.
That's nice, isn't it? And we've had 3 one-point answers in a row. That's why that jackpot is getting quite high now.
Yeah.
Are we going to have 4 one-point answers in a row? Or finally give it away? 2 very bright pairs here, I think.
Yeah, both richly deserving. Which pair will go through to that final? Let's find out. Let's play the head-to-head. Here is your first question, and it concerns people who share their name with arts awards and prizes. Richard.
Yeah, simply going to show you 5 pictures now of famous people who share part of their name with an arts award or prize. But who are these people, please?
Thank you very much indeed. Let's reveal the people. Here they come. We've got A, B, C, D, and E. There we are. People who share their name or part of their name with an arts award or prize. Now, Lee and Vanessa, you're our low scorers, so you get to go first.
Yeah, I think A's just come to us. We think it's Tony Bennett.
OK, Tony Bennett for A. Now then, Sammy and Penny.
Yes.
Do you want to talk us through the rest of that board?
Well, yeah. B, Tina Turner. D's, Oscar Wilde. I don't know about E. Do you?
He's an actor, but I can't, for the life of me, remember his
And
name.
I thought he looked a bit like Hugo Weaving, but I'm not sure it is. So I think we'll go for C. And I think this is her first name, Emmy Rosen.
Emmy Rosen. So we've got Tony Bennett and Emmy Rosen. Now then, in the order they were given, Tony Bennett from Lee and Vanessa. Is that right for A? Let's find out. Tony Bennett. It's right. That goes down to 18. Very well done. Sammy and Penny, meanwhile, have gone for C and are saying Emmy Rosen. Let's see if that's right. And if it is, let's see how many of our 100 people said Emmy Rosen. It is Emmy Rosen.
Oh, well done, Sam.
And that beats Tony Bennett. Oh, that's a pointless answer. What about that? That adds another £250 to the jackpot, takes us up to £6,250, scores you nothing, wins you the point. Very well done. After one question, Sammy and Penny, you are up 1-0.
It's a terrific answer. We very rarely get pointless answers in this head-to-head round. She's nominated for a Golden Globe for being in Phantom of the Opera, which I don't know if you've ever worked on, but yeah, that's part of what she does now. Let's take a look at the rest of these. Tony Bennett there, the Tony Awards. B is Tina Turner, of course, the Turner Prize. She would have scored you 80. D is Oscar Wilde, the Oscars. Was scored 42. Now, the next best answer on the board, you're right, it is an actor. You're right, he does look a bit like Hugo Weaving. And that's because he's Hugo Weaving. And he would have scored you 7 points. The Hugos are the Science Fiction Literature Awards.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. OK, now here comes your second question. Sammy and Penny, you get to answer this one first. But Lee and Vanessa, you have to win the point. So very, very good luck with that. Our second question today is all about the letter Z in geography. Richard.
5 geographical questions here. The answers to all of them begin with the letter Z.
Thank you very much indeed. Let's reveal the 5 clues. Here they come. Capital city of Croatia, former name of the country now known as the Democratic Republic of the Congo, Germany's highest mountain, situated on the German-Austrian border in the Bavarian Alps, most populous city in Switzerland, and the northeastern Spanish city that lies on the Ebro River. I'll read those all again. Capital city of Croatia, former name of the country now known as the Democratic Republic of the Congo, Germany's highest mountain, situated on the German-Austrian border in the Bavarian Alps, most populous city in Switzerland, and the northeastern Spanish city that lies on the Ebro River. Sammy and Penny will go first.
Let's try Zaire.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to go for the former name of the Democratic Republic of Congo, Zaire.
Zaire, say Sammy and Penny. Zaire. Now, Lee and Vanessa, do you fancy talking us through the rest of that board?
Well, the capital of Croatia is Zagreb.
Zagreb, yeah.
Switzerland, I assume, is Zurich. We don't know the mountain. We'll have a go for the Spanish city, Zaragoza.
Zaragoza. Zaragoza. So we have Zaire and we have Zaragoza. Now then, Sammy and Penny, you have gone for Zaire, the name of the country now known as Democratic Republic of the Congo. Let's see if Zaire is right. Let's see how many of our 100 people got it. Zaire is right. Down that goes to 29. Meanwhile, Lee and Vanessa have had a go at the northeastern Spanish city on the Ebro River as Zaragoza. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many people got Zaragoza. It is Zaragoza. And that wins the point. Well done, you're back in the game. Down 16. Very well played. That means after 2 questions, it's 1-all.
Let's get intense now. Let's fill in the rest of these. The capital city of Croatia, you're right, is Zagreb. That would have scored you 52. You're right as well about the most populous city in Switzerland, was Zurich. That would have scored you 55. The best answer on the board is Germany's highest mountain, which is Zugspitze. Zugspitze. And that would have scored you 7 points. Very well done if you said that.
Thank you very much indeed. OK, now, here comes the decider. Whoever wins this one goes through to the final and plays for that massive jackpot, growing all the time. Our third question today is all about authors of unfinished novels. Richard.
Yeah, we can show the titles now of 5 published novels which were not completed by their original author. We'll give you the initials of the author as well, but who are they? Very best of luck to both teams.
Thank you very much indeed. Let's reveal the unfinished novels. Here they are. A Shabby Genteel Story, WMT. Sunset at Blandings, PGW. The Mystery of Edwin Drood, CD. The Love of the Last Tycoon, FSF. And The Mysterious Stranger, MT. I'll read those all again. A Shabby Genteel Story, WMT. Sunset at Blandings, PGW. The Mystery of Edwin Drood, CD. The Love of the Last Tycoon, FSF. And The Mysterious Stranger, MT. There we are. Now, Lee and Vanessa, you will go first this time.
Yeah, we'll go for the A Shabby Genteel Story. William Makepeace Thackeray.
William Makepeace Thackeray, say Lee and Vanessa. Now, Sammy and Penny, do you want to talk us through that board?
I think the next one's perhaps P.G. Wodehouse. I think the last one's perhaps Mark Twain. Which one should we go for, Sammy?
Mark Twain, just because P.G. Wodehouse is...
Yeah.
P.G.'s already there, I don't know.
Bottom one, Mark Twain.
You're going to say Mark Twain. So we have William Makepeace Thackeray and Mark Twain. Lee and Vanessa have gone for Thackeray for A Shabby Genteel Story. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Thackeray. Is absolutely right. Ooh, that's a good answer. Well done. 12. Sammy and Penny, meanwhile, have gone for The Mysterious Stranger, Mark Twain. Let's see if Mark Twain is right. Let's see how many of our 100 people got it if it is. It is right. It is right. It's going to be close. Oh, and it beats it. Down it goes to 7. Very well done indeed. Sammy and Penny. That means after 3 questions, you're through to the final 2-1.
And those are the best 2 answers on the board. Couldn't have done any better than that. Well played, everybody. PGW is, of course, PG Woodhouse. He would have scored you 34. Dickens would have scored you 36. Some low scorers here. And the love of the last tycoon?
F. Scott Fitzgerald.
F. Scott Fitzgerald. And he would have scored you 21.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. So the pair leaving us at the end of the head-to-head round, I'm afraid it's Lee and Vanessa. It's not terrible
really
news,
close,
though.
wasn't it?
It was so close. I mean, really exciting. But it'll go on. It continues, Lee and Vanessa. It means we get to see you again next time. Yeah. And I'm sure you'll do just as well, if not better next time.
Well, you never know.
But in the meantime, thank you very much indeed, Lee and Vanessa. But for Sammy and Penny, it's now time for our Pointless Final. Well, congratulations, Sammy and Penny. You've seen off all the competition and you have won our coveted Pointless trophy. You now get a shot at our Pointless jackpot. And at the end of today's show, the jackpot is standing at £6,250. Well, £750 of that jackpot was added today. £500 of that by you. 1 in the first round, 1 in the head-to-head. So that really is an achievement. And it would suggest to me that the wind is set for a pointless answer in this last round. What would you like to see come up?
Yeah, science would be great.
Science and nature.
Yeah. Just not computers or history, maybe.
OK, well, let's have a look. There'll be 4 things on the board, as ever. Let's hope today's selection isn't too terrifying. 1950s British film comedies, sailing, rap music, the year 1964.
What was my birth year?
1964?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah.
OK, 1964.
Yes,
OK, best of luck. 3 very different areas here. We are looking for anyone, according to IMDb, who receives a credit in the film Goldfinger from 1964. We're looking for any GB medalist at the 1964 Summer Olympics, anyone who won a medal there for Great Britain. Or we are looking for any act that had a UK #1 single in 1964, according to the official charts company. So cast a Goldfinger, GB medalists at the Summer Olympics, or UK #1 acts. Very best of luck.
Thank you very much indeed. Now, as always, you've got up to a minute to come up with 3 answers. All you need to win the jackpot is for just one of those answers to be pointless. Are you ready?
Yes.
OK, let's put 60 seconds up on the clock. There they are. Your time starts now.
OK, so
Clearly
music
the
acts.
Beatles.
Yeah. Do you think is it too late for like the Carpenters?
No, it's
Or too early for the
too
Carpenters?
early for the Carpenters, really. Now, there was a...
What about like the Monkeys?
There was a
the Beach
Welsh long
Boys?
jumper in the 60s. Some Clint Davis, I think his name was.
OK, what was his name?
Lynn Davis.
Lynn Davis. Well, let's stick with that then.
Goldfinger.
I mean, it'd be all the obvious ones. Who was Bond's?
Sean Connery.
No, his girl. Who was the Bond girl for that one? Wasn't it on a Blackman, was it?
No idea.
OK. Acts that has... Let's go with some acts then, because there's bound to be there's dozens and dozens of bands. So... obviously, the Beatles is really, really obvious.
Yeah, some Motown bands. Supremes, maybe.
10 seconds left.
Supremes and...
Yes. Oh, Pink Floyd.
Pink Floyd.
OK, that is your time up. Let's have your 3 answers.
From the Olympics, Lynn Davis.
Lynn Davis.
From the acts, we'll have the Beatles and...
Beatles.
Oh, just have to die.
Pink Floyd.
Pink Floyd.
And Pink Floyd. OK, of those 3, which is your best shot at a pointless answer?
If it's right, maybe Lynn Davis.
OK, Lynn Davis will put last. Least likely to be pointless?
The Beatles.
The Beatles.
Yeah.
And Pink Floyd goes in the middle. Well, let's put those answers up on the board in that order then. And here they are. We have got the Beatles, Pink Floyd, Lynn Davis. OK, 3 good answers on the board there. Wouldn't it be brilliant if one of those won that jackpot for you? £6,250. What would you like to do with it, Sammy?
Well, whatever. We'd share it, wouldn't we,
Yeah, yes, of
completely?
course.
And probably we like the idea of interrailing through Europe. It's a nice, comfortable way for Mum to travel and see without it being too taxing. And, yeah, maybe a nice little lengthy interrail through Europe if work
Very
commitments
nice.
allow. Yeah.
Anything else you want to add to that, Penny?
Yes. Us 2 and Big Sister Sarah would have a nice pampering
Ladies'
session
Day,
somewhere
yeah.
That would be
in
very
a nice
nice.
spa and, treatments. That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
That would be nice.
Very nice. OK, well, best of luck. Wouldn't it be
Thank you.
lovely if you could win it with one of these answers? We're in the year 1964. In the first question, we're looking for any act that had a UK #1 hit single that year. You've gone for the Beatles. Let's find out if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said the Beatles. Is it pointless? If it is, it wins you £6,250. Well, it's right. Oh, there we are, 83 for the Beatles. What a popular answer. OK, let's not dwell on that one. Let's move to your next answer, Pink Floyd. Once again, we're looking for acts that had a UK #1 in the year 1964. You've gone for Pink Floyd. For £6,250, is Pink Floyd pointless? No bad luck.
Too early.
Yeah.
I'm afraid an incorrect answer. So we'll move on to your third and final answer, Lynn Davis. Now, in this case, we're looking for GB medalists at the 1964 Summer Olympics. You put Lynn Davis last. You were pretty confident this was your best shot at a pointless answer. If Lynn is pointless, you will win £6,250. Let's find out if it's right. Let's find out if it's pointless. Lynn Davis. It's right. Your first answer to the Beatles took us down to 83. Pink Floyd, your second answer was incorrect, but Lynn Davis now takes us down through the teens into so bad luck, down to 9. Wow, that was a great answer, your last one there. But I'm afraid you didn't manage to find that all-important pointless answer, so I'm afraid you don't win today's jackpot, but you do get to take home today's coveted pointless trophy. So very, very well done for that.
Yeah, very well
That's
played. It's been a
marvellous.
terrific show. Lynn Davis became even more famous later on because he was in Superstars for many, many years. So I think people...
That's where I remember him
exactly,
from, probably.
yeah.
Yeah.
Now, let's take a look at pointless answers, shall we, in the different categories. We'll start with Goldfinger. There's Cecil Linder, who played Felix Leiter. Harold Sakata, who played Oddjob. Martin Benson, Richard Vernon went on to play Slarty Bardfast in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Everyone apart from Connery, Honor Blackman, who was in it. She would have scored 18, though. Other people who scored points, Shirley Eaton, Bernard Lee, Desmond Llewellyn, Burt Kwok and Lois Maxwell. The Summer Olympics medalists now. Basil Heatley, who won silver in the marathon. Dorothy Hyman, who was in the relay. Louis Martin, who was weightlifting. And Tony Morgan, the sailor. The big scorers there. Lynn Davis, actually the biggest scorer of all for that. And Anne Packer, Mary Random, Robbie Brightwell were big scorers as well. Now, UK #1 single. There's only one pointless answer here. Someone from our 100 did rather well. And the pointless answer was... Peter and Gordon, World Without Love. Low scorers, the Four Pennies and the Honeycombs scored 1. Sandy Shaw would have scored you 2. Dave Clark 5. Bachelors, Roy Orbison, Herman's Hermits, Billy J. Kramer and the Dakotas would have scored 3.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard, and thank you once again, Sammy and Penny. I'm sorry you didn't win our jackpot today. That'll therefore roll over onto the next show, when we will be playing for £7,250. Join us then, see if someone can win it. Meanwhile, it's goodbye from Richard.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.